Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squad for boxing news and views from around the internet. The promoter for Dillian Whyte, Eddie Hearn, has sought to shed some light on the situation involving Whyte in a alleged failed drug test ahead of his fight with Oscar Rivas. So there was an interview that he's done with IFL TV, and I just want to go through some of the main points and then a few thoughts on the situation which is evolving. And I know there's a lot of fans right now that are wondering what's going on, and some are very emotional. It's quite an emotive topic, and some people are really invested in fighters in the boxing world, and obviously different bits and pieces with what's being said publicly, especially in the boxing scene reports, is not making everybody happy. But I will reiterate what I've said in recent videos, because some people have been losing their rag. We don't know all the facts yet. What we've had is an allegation of a failed test, a second report which is followed up with an anabolic steroid being the alleged substance that was in Dillian Whyte's body. So let's take it from there. So Eddie Hearn, he's given an interview to IFL TV, and he was very cautious in his words, saying that he was restricted in what he could say and that there is a legal case at the moment. He didn't go into any further detail on that because I don't think he could. But he said some of the boxing scene article, and now it's articles plural, some of it's true, some of it was not. And he did actually say, look, there was no injunction to stop the news. He said that was 1,000,000% BS. A lot of legal cases are flying around right now with journalists. He laid this out. So this video is trying to give some balance to the story, put across Eddie Hearn and Dillian Whyte's side of the story, because Hearn does represent Whyte. And he said Dillian Whyte will be releasing a statement on this matter. And he did say that Whyte is absolutely broken right now. But to some of what Hearn was saying, there was an incident, he confirmed. So something has gone on here, allegedly from what boxing scene claims that there was an anabolic steroid in Dillian Whyte's system. There was a hearing that was held ahead of the fight with UCAD. An independent panel was put together. Whyte had to front it. There was information which was provided to the panel. And based on the hearing, the information provided and probably statements made, Whyte was cleared to take part in the fight. This point about Whyte being cleared to take part in the fight was emphasized repeatedly through the interview by Eddie Hearn. He stressed that a process was adhered to, rules were followed. He said they did exactly what they were supposed to do, and that the issue was dealt with. And he did say, look, because of what happened and the way and the rules and the process, there was actually no obligation to inform Oscar Rivas. And I know for some people that is a bit of a sticking point with this whole story. Oscar Rivas was unaware of what was going on, and I'll get to a couple of comments that he's made. But Eddie Hearn stressed that Dillian Whyte, look, he fronted the hearing. It was ahead of the fight. He was cleared to take part. There was no issue for him to, as a result of it, to answer to, because he had gone through the hearing and was cleared to fight. And the British Boxing Board of Control granted Dillian Whyte his license, or maintained his license, and he had the fight. So Eddie Hearn very clear that this was a situation that was dealt with ahead of the fight, that really there was no situation to actually deal with now. So we will see. In terms of the B sample, he didn't actually know too much about what was happening, but potentially that does not matter in the situation, as the way he was painting the picture of the situation, the independent hearing that was held, and Dillian Whyte being cleared to fight. And that was certainly stressed a lot in that interview. Okay, so this whole thing, it hinges on information of which we are still lacking some. Even Dillian Whyte's statement, he's going to be putting across his view of the world, how he feels, his position on the story. Obviously, others have been putting across, like boxing scene, information that they are privy to, that they've been provided, and they have been asserting that Dillian Whyte failed a test. It was an anabolic steroid. So this whole thing really is fluid. Every few hours there seems to be a bit more information about what is going on. The story is barely, at the time of me recording this video, it's barely a day old. It's going to continue to change, and we will get more facts as the situation goes on. So I think one thing that Eddie Hearn said was people should just wait before casting judgment, give Dillian Whyte his time to address the situation. And regardless of that statement, some people probably have made up their mind, but I'm certainly of the view that we need more information to know what's truly happened here, because because right now, even in Eddie Hearn's statements that he's made to IFL TV, he was restricted in what he could say. We didn't get a full picture of really what's been going on and the circumstances behind this incident, as Eddie Hearn called it. So we need more information. So I would also just say, let's wait to get more, but I will continue to update you on these developments as they happen. So Oscar Rivas, in terms of what he said, he's spoken to media in Colombia. He says the only thing to do is wait for what the International Commission of Boxing say, because these are things that are really very anti-sporting. The truth is, the defeat caused me a bit of distress, but the support of people pushes me on. We have to go forward. And he's also said if it does go in his favour, in terms of some sanction being levied on Dillian Whyte, that he would want to try fight for the same title, and he would want to continue to be unbeaten. So Oscar Rivas, like everyone else, is waiting. This story has really blown up. Obviously, someone has leaked information to boxing scene. It's yet to be established who's done that, how this has all come about, and obviously the narrative right now for many people is that Dillian Whyte is not a clean fighter. So it remains to be seen what is going to happen here. But wanted to get this news out and this position across because there is more than one side to this story. We have to get all the positions across here to get a fuller picture of what's going on. What do you make of it all? Drop a comment, loud and often. Hit like, hit subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.